Hello Libra, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your singles reading for May 2022. If you are single and looking for new love, then this is your reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and a very warm welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back as always. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. So let us get into your reading here. We've got some crazy big energy throughout the month of May. Of course, we do have two eclipses happening. First one being the partial solar eclipse, the new moon in Taurus energy at the beginning of the month, April 30th or May 1st, depending on where you are on the planet. And this brings about some opportunities for us to heal some soul karma, to purge toxic situations, but we may have some challenging energy of relinquishing control, okay? Maybe even accepting certain limitations. But we've got this big amplified dose of new energy. And whenever we do have a shift in a cycle, or when we have eclipse energy, okay, everything is amplified. So all these new beginnings, these new opportunities, new ways of thinking, okay, all of these are amplified. We do have Uranus in a very positive aspect with this eclipse energy. Uranus being the modern ruler of Aquarius, but is also the planet of quick change and a little bit of rebellion. Also one with the internet too. So there could possibly be the internet playing some sort of role in regards to you finding new love. It could be something as simple as someone reaching out of the blue to you, okay, or maybe you're going to be a little bit, do something a little bit different on your quest for love here, and perhaps you're going to try some online dating or something if you haven't already, or if you are, you might just get a little bit of luck, okay? But the Uranus energy challenges us to try new things, to think outside the box, to be creative, okay? But it also does bring about this speedy energy coming in. We've got a lunar eclipse in Scorpio in the middle of the month. And of course, full moons is full moon in Scorpio with that total lunar eclipse. Okay, and this is really bringing out some intense energy. So you could certainly be feeling very emotional by the middle of the month, tired and drained. Ground your energy, engage in some meditation, high vibe activities, okay, to keep your energy elevated there. But there could be some really deep-rooted emotions that come to the surface. But that's good, though, because it gives us a chance to clear things out. But you might be having a lot of changes that are coming in, and you might be getting to the heart of the matter. You might be seeing some truths, letting things go. Those full moons are all about the end of a cycle, okay, and also about seeing something through to completion and making final decisions, okay? So big energy, embrace the change, go with the flow, okay? Protect your energy, meditate, okay? All of these things, because eclipses, they set the tone for the next 6 months or so. So very powerful energy there for you. So we've got, first out, we've got attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yes, indeed you do. The energy, the vibration that you put out into the universe is exactly what bounces back to you. And we want to bounce back love and good vibes and all of these wonderful energies. We don't want negative stuff coming on in. Okay, so remember, you are a magnet for attracting the right people, the right places at the right time for you, but you got to put that out there as well. We have worth waiting for. Nice. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, so there may certainly be a connection here that is coming in the month ahead that you've been waiting a long time for. This is also a reminder from Spirit for some of you, okay, that there is divine timing at play, okay, and you may need to be a little bit more patient and wait a little bit longer, but it will be worth it. Very much worth it, okay, because this is something you are attracting in, and it's really about making sure that everything is all in alignment for you. Now, we talk about divine timing, and sometimes we're left feeling as though, you know, we have no influence over divine timing. We actually do. There's a lot of things that we can do to speed up some processes, okay? We can do our hard work. We can do our inner healing, our cleansing, our letting go. We can start taking some action. We get rewarded by the universe for action that we take. Okay, so we can certainly speed things up a little bit, okay, by taking some initiative, okay, by putting our foot out the door, by trying new things, right? And then the universe sees that we're ready when we start to do things like that, right? And then the universe is like, oh, Libra's ready. Oh my goodness. Okay, everybody get the troops together and we're going to make some magic happen. Okay, so remember, you can actually speed things up. All right, we have children coming in here too. Your love life is being affected by children. So you may already have children from a previous relationship, and this can certainly affect the decisions that you make in regards to finding love or the type of people that you are looking to attract into your life for love. But you could also be meeting somebody who has children as well, okay? Or you could be maybe feeling that biological clock ticking. And perhaps you're thinking that, oh my God, time is running out. I wanted to do this by this time, this by this time. Remember that, part of the challenge with this eclipse energy is relinquishing control, going with the flow, trying not to control the outcome. Okay, taking action and doing things and putting yourself out there, yes, for sure, but you got to be a little bit in the flow with that. Okay, everything will happen exactly when it's meant to happen for you, and that could certainly be very soon. Very nice. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, and for some of you here, there's a reason for divine timing, because we need to be ready, right? We need to be in the right place. We need to be in alignment, right? Considering, imagine today if you are a hot mess, okay? You're emotional, you're blubbery, you're still have harboring feelings from a past relationship. You don't know what you want whatsoever, okay? You're not ready for love. So that divine timing, it really does depend on multiple factors, but most especially you and your energy and where you're at and whether you're ready or not, right? We don't want to miss any important connections or anything like that. Okay, so clearly decide what it is you want. You don't need to know all the fine details or anything, but if you're one of those people that's a little bit waffly, okay, one day you want love, you want romance, you want all this big shebang, and then the next day you're like, I don't think so. No, I'm good. I like being single. I'm fine. Well, that's confusing and conflicting information to the universe, isn't it? So it all starts in you. So let's see what energy is coming in here for you for the month of May. I'm going to pull out your overall energy and then we'll get some more details for you. So first off, we've got the Emperor. So we've got Aries energy coming in, bringing you in some stability and security into your life, but you could certainly be attracting in the person who is mature in their outlook in love, who may be a little bit older than you, but certainly is age and maturity have nothing to do with each other, really. Okay, someone who has a good head on their shoulders, someone who's strong and stable, someone who is successful in their own right. They're ready for love, okay, and this is certainly someone who is not going to play any kind of mind games with you. The Emperor energy can also represent your energy, okay, of you have the ability here to really get all of your ducks in a row, okay, to clear out any old energy, to be in the right space, the right frame of mind, the right emotional state to welcome someone in. Strength, stability, taking control, taking the lead, okay, that Emperor really does know when to use power, okay, to its greatest advantage, all right, and to really find what they're looking for. But the Emperor energy also, okay, brings in a strategy, brings in a plan, okay, does bring in success, okay, and here's the thing, when we get that Emperor energy, if what you've been doing right now hasn't been working for you, the Emperor and of course Uranus brings you how should we say, brings you the energy and the ability to change things up a little bit, to flip the script a little bit, to do something different, to get out of your comfort zone. Okay, so very powerful energy that is coming in there for you. So let's see what the challenge is in the month ahead. And we've got faith. Okay, the faith card actually has to do with faith, keeping the faith, okay, believing that you can find love. Okay, sometimes again some days we're positive, okay, it's like, yes, I'm gonna find love. That Emperor brings in some positivity, but then other days, oh man, nothing's ever gonna happen, right? So it's it can sometimes require a little bit of firepower, shall we say, okay, to keep the faith. But the faith card also represents fidelity, loyalty, trust. And so some of you, perhaps you're waffling between trusting the universe, okay, or trusting yourself to find the right person or to choose the right person, okay, but there could also be an issue with loyalty, fidelity, and honesty as well, okay, and so especially if you've been hurt in the past, if you've had some issues with previous relationships, Okay, sometimes it's hard to get back on track and believing that there's honest, truthful people out there, that there's people who are loyal, who mean what they say. Okay, well, that's the Emperor energy, right? So sometimes it's hard to keep that faith, or it's hard to keep that belief system in check. Now, that could also represent an energy there where there's something that's still kind of lingering around you, perhaps some past experience, and the challenge in the month ahead, okay, is to release that, to let it go, okay, so that you can embrace something a little bit better. Okay, get rid of any kind of blocks. Let's see your advice from Spirit. Thank you. The Tower, you are the first reading to get the Tower out. You are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so, oh, actually, you are the 7th reading, and the Tower's card 16, so there's a 7. All right, so embrace the change. Release any old energy that is no longer serving you. Okay, be open and be receptive to new people, new experiences, new things. Okay, make room for the new, because the new is coming. Okay, the Tower energy is also the advice from Spirit that there's maybe a big surprise coming your way. Now, you could just be having a massive epiphany through the month. Okay, you could be getting clear on something here, or maybe there's even something that comes in as a bit of a surprise. Okay, but the Tower energy here also, as your advice from Spirit, is to, how shall I say, embrace the change, get out of your comfort zone, try new things, because if you've been in the energy where you've been doing the same thing over and over again, or you've been just doing what everyone else does to try and find love, Spirit is really saying here with this Tower as advice to do something completely different. It's time to kick things up a notch. It's time to flip the script. It's time to do something different. It's time to really, really take the lead, take charge, okay, and maybe do something a little bit different, okay? That Tower really is blowing the old out of the water, because there's something new coming in here. So embrace the change, do something different, okay, and make room for the new, because there's something here coming in for you. But also keep an open mind here as well, because there may be some sort of information that comes in here for you, or you just get the clarity that you're looking for. There may even be some sort of revelation that comes in here, especially something that you don't quite expect. So maybe someone has their eye on you, or maybe you even have your eye on somebody, okay, and there could just be something that's shifting, something that's happening there. But Spirit also wants to remind you here, as far as advice, that there's a big shift happening for you here, Libra, okay, and to ground your energy, to go with the flow, okay, and try not to resist anything, right? But there's certainly a big turning point here for you. Let's have a look and see the blessings that are headed your way. Blessings headed your way for Libra. Thank you very much. The World card. Beautiful. The World card is a successful completion of a cycle. Okay, this shows that you are done with the past and you are looking forward into the future. You are looking to expand your horizons, and you are open. Okay, you are open to and ready to, embrace some new opportunities here. The World card is also bringing you closure. So, again, you may certainly have something here that's representing a crisis of faith, or a challenge in, in believing that you can find love, or that there's honest and loyal people out there. Okay. And the World card brings you some closure. So, shutting something down that's still affecting you, so that you can move forward. But it does bring in this element of success. Okay. And when we do get the World card, this is where we've done our hard work. We've been through some ups and downs. Okay. And this is where you can look back on your past and reflect on the experiences that you've had, but the energy no longer affects you. We always have memories. We always have, those things that we, I went through this experience, but you know what? I've healed now. I've found my closure. I've made my peace. And now I'm ready to move forward. And when you've successfully cleared out any kind of old energy or blocks, because when you do look back, you don't feel anything anymore. Yeah, you have the experience, you've got the memory, but there's no longer any energy that's attached to it, right? And that's a good thing. Okay, so we do get some closure and we do get that end of a cycle there. And we also do have success. So I think some of you are doing a lot of hard work in the month ahead, but I also think some of you are maybe getting some good news. Okay, it's like, yes, I've done it. I've got this sense of accomplishment here and I'm ready to move forward. So you could certainly be meeting somebody new, and this could certainly put you on the path of new adventures and new journeys. Now, the World card can possibly also represent travel as well. Okay, and it can also represent the internet, the World Wide Web. But it can also represent keeping an open mind and expanding your horizons. Okay, so any of those are possible. So let's get some more information with this Emperor. What other energy is coming in here for Libra, please? Thank you very much. Knight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Swords. All right, so the Knight of Swords brings in swift energy, new communications, invitations, okay, all of these things. The Knight of Swords is also bringing in, how shall I say, action, okay, swift inspired action, possibly. All right, the Knight of Swords, think of like I always think of the Pony Express when we get the Knight of Swords, right? It's like onwards and upwards. I have a message to deliver. Okay, come on, open it already, right? They always go along with speed. Okay, so there could be some quick communication. Now, the Knight of Swords, as far as communication goes, could certainly represent something from the internet, like quick messages. Maybe you got a lot of communication in the month ahead, okay, and ones that, time sensitive a little bit, right? It can be like text messages and things like that too, okay, but certainly communication may be the order of the day, but also action, okay, so we got some movement here for you. We also have the Seven of Cups, okay, so that Knight of Swords can certainly represent making a decision, because the Seven of Cups can certainly represent you have a lot of options. You've got a lot of potential suitors that are out there for you, a lot of potential dates. Maybe you are going on the internet actually, and you got a lot of, it's like you got to make a lot of quick decisions, right? It's like you get all popping up on your screen. Okay, and then, it's like, oh, do I swipe left or right? I have no idea which way to go. But anyway, whichever way, and you might be like, no. Ooh, that looks interesting. No. So you may have to do a lot of quick thinking, okay, and make a lot of quick little decisions along the way. But you may also have a very important decision to make here, okay? Matters of the heart. Sometimes we are undecided about finding opportunities or about embracing opportunities here because we're confused. There's a little element of fear. What if I choose wrong? Okay, what if I choose this? What if I choose this cup here with all of these jewels and this abundance flowing out of it? But, what if I choose this hoping that it's this, and what if it ends up being this snake that's going to bite me in the butt? And so sometimes it's natural, it's normal to have those little fears, but if it prevents you from moving forward or prevents you, then there may be something there that needs to be addressed, okay? But the Seven of Cups, the message when we have that there is, choose wisely, number one, okay, get all the information that you need, all right, with that Knight of Swords there, okay, gather some info, all right, make an informed decision perhaps, okay, and then choose from the heart. What does your heart tell you? What does your intuition tell you? Okay, and you might be just find yourself playing the field a little bit, right? You gotta kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince or princess, all right, but so follow your heart, and your intuition will never lead you astray, okay? But the Seven of Cups can also represent confusion, okay? So maybe you're confused about what you want, but the Knight of Swords is bringing you in kind of a little bit of clarity there, okay? Clearing the air, slicing through any kind of confusion. But it can also be an energy of fantasy and imagination. Okay, so sometimes we live in a fantasy world. There may actually be someone that you're fantasizing about or thinking about. Okay, and the Knight of Swords here could either be them communicating with you, or maybe you need to put yourself out there and you need to take the first step. Okay, it's scary. Okay, so maybe you're deciding that it's scary. All right, but you know, sometimes you got to do something different. You got to put yourself out there. We've got the Two of Swords coming in here as well, so there could be certainly be some indecision that's coming in here. Now, the Two of Swords can also be a very closed off energy. Okay, I mean, does that person look welcoming? No. Okay, that person very much looks as though they're very much in self-defense mode. Okay, it's like, no one's getting through. So there's certainly something there to look at there if you're closed off, okay, or if you're undecided on whether you want love. It's time you're going to get the opportunity in the month ahead to release that energy. Okay, but this can also represent important decisions to make, and there could be something that you're not seeing, so perhaps there's something that you're discovering in the month ahead. Okay, or you're listening to your intuition. Okay, which is always of utmost importance anyway. However, sometimes, you know, maybe you're faced with a choice, maybe you're faced with a couple of different opportunities. Not everything is black and white. Okay, sometimes there is a middle ground. Okay, so really kind of keep an open mind a little bit there. So let's see what the challenge is, because, you know, that's not challenging enough. So let's have a look and see what we have. Thank you, that's too many. Okay, we'll take that. There we go. Let's see, what else do we need to know? What other challenge is coming in? What is giving us a little bit of grief in the month ahead? Thank you very much. Tower for a second time. Holy crap, you guys. Okay, so oh boy. Okay, fair enough. So the King of Swords in reverse. All right, there could certainly be an energy here of confusion or doubt. Okay, really being honest, okay, is a little bit of a challenge, and we already see that here. Okay, so honesty, fidelity, loyalty, right, all of these things represent a challenge. Okay, so this could certainly be something that you're working through. All right, the King of Swords can certainly represent the stories that you tell yourself. Okay, and perhaps it's a bad story. All right, it's not a good story. Okay, so it's certainly something that maybe you're clinging on to. Okay, and that needs to be released there. All right, certainly maybe a little bit of confusion as well. Usually the King of Swords in the upright is a card of confidence, of leadership. It's one of very positive communication. It's one of, you know, being logical, getting the answers that you need, being honest, truthful, getting clear. Okay, so flip that on the upside. Okay, it could be certainly some inactivity. All right, rather than taking the lead, taking a back seat, okay, or putting something on the back burner, okay, and could certainly be something that you don't quite trust. Okay, it can also just be that you need more information about something there, okay, with that King of Swords. Now, could there also be some challenging communication? Sure, absolutely. Communication can be a little bit of a challenge, okay, and especially if there's, you know, how should we say? Especially if there's like a lot of things going on, right? Because the Seven of Cups, there can be a lot going on, and sometimes communication can be a little bit of a challenge, right? Especially if you've got this fast energy that you need to make quick decisions and all this kind of stuff that may not be your cup of tea. So that might just represent a little bit of a challenge for you. But the King of Swords can also be those old stories, a lack of confidence, those old stories, those old experiences, okay, all of those things that kind of get stuck. All right, and we can usually use that sword on that King of Swords to detach from those old stories, those old energies. Okay, so when that's in the reverse there may be something there that you're clinging on to. So the Tower comes in here, okay, to get rid of that old energy, okay, clearing the path, making the way for the new. But it is a challenge, okay? I mean, sure, you get two Towers in the reading. Wow. Okay. Remember, your advice from Spirit here is to embrace the change. It might be a challenge for you. It might be difficult for you. Change, eclipses bring chaos, okay? They bring uncertainty, they bring surprises, okay? But they also bring these revelations, okay? Getting things clear, okay? Getting rid of any confusion or doubt or anything like that. All of those old energies that just no longer work, okay? And because there's new coming in. And, you know, so perhaps even getting out of your comfort zone is a little bit of a challenge here, Libra, okay? Perhaps you're part of the challenge here because the Tower also kind of throws things for the loop a little bit, right? Throws things into a little bit of a little bit of a mumbo jumbo, and you actually really like balance. Okay, so part of your challenge is finding balance. The Justice card, okay, this is your card, your energy. All right, so getting to the truth, getting to the heart of the matter, making a decision. Okay, the Justice energy is about a balanced and fair decision. All right, now I can also suggest here, considering we do have the Justice card, because it can certainly represent legal situations, contracts, all those kind of things. And with the Tower there and the King of Swords in reverse, okay, some of you, perhaps someone out there has had a divorce settlement that's been lingering for a while, okay, or your challenge here is finally getting rid of an old person once and for all, okay, making that final decision, clearing the path. But you also may have some sort of surprise decision that comes in here, especially if there's been some sort of battle for a little while. Okay, this King of Swords in reverse and the Tower card here can certainly represent a bit of a battle, a bit of a challenge that's been going on. Perhaps it's a custody battle, considering we do have the children there. And so the Justice card can certainly show that perhaps there's some sort of issue there, and it may or may not resolve itself in the month ahead. Okay, it may resolve itself imminently. All right, especially with the Tower there, you could get some sort of surprise judgment or decision. All right, or maybe you need to make a little bit of a compromise there, right? That Justice card, balance and fairness. Okay, so you could have that there. But the Justice card can also represent some truth, honesty, clarity, seeing things clearly, having a fresh start, a new beginning, embracing new things, okay, even restoring balance and harmony into your world could be a little bit of an issue, okay, especially if there's a lot of chaotic energy through the month. You might be feeling quite uncomfortable. When things land in our challenge position here, it does not mean they're insurmountable, okay? It just means they're just a little bit harder to deal with, or there's some obstacle that's put in our path. Sometimes we have these rites of passage that we need to deal with, and as much as nice as it would be for just everything to be all smooth, sadly, that's not how life really works. Okay, so but you could also have some really wonderful surprise that comes in here, especially with that Justice card coming in. And you can have some really wonderful surprise, some surprise communication, surprise opportunities, those doors all of a sudden opening for you. But why is it a challenge? Because it's change. Okay, and we don't all like surprises, right? Even good surprises can sometimes throw us out of whack a little bit. Okay, so you might have a really good surprise coming in, but it makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, so let's see what other advice Spirit has for you guys. Thank you very much. Page of Pentacles. Put yourself out there. Find solutions. The Hierophant. So the Page of Pentacles here is all about putting yourself out there, being open, being available, trying new things, getting information, okay, and having a little bit of a zest for life. The Page of Pentacles can certainly represent some good news, okay, or offers or opportunities, those doors opening for you. All right, and they lead you on the path of commitment, of being very successful, okay, in your journey. Now, I have to say the pages bring news, they bring new, but they also can represent children. And considering we have the Justice card over here and we have children up there, again, there's that custody battle kind of thing that's coming in here for someone, all right, or at least something that may affect your children somewhere there. But the Page of Pentacles can also represent some financial money coming in, okay, and considering we do possibly have a legal situation for some of you there, it may resolve itself suddenly, okay, and here you are maybe getting your settlement, okay, with that Page of Pentacles. But we also have the Five of Cups, can certainly show, Spirit saying here that there may be something from your past or even in your present that's causing you some grief, causing you some heartache, okay, or isn't working out for you the way that you want it to. Sometimes we have doors that close so that other ones can open. But remember to focus on what you have, or focus on what you want, or focus on where you want to go. Okay, this is the time here for healing. okay, to release release darker energy, okay, or to release negativity and focus on the potential, focus on the future, focus on finding solutions, because there's answers, there's resolutions, and there's new opportunities that are here for you. But remember, when we get the 5 of Cups, that it's important to process all of our feelings from our present, from our past, okay, because that it leads us on the path to balance and healing. We have the Hierophant coming in here as well. And your advice from Spirit, the Taurus energy, the solar eclipse really does kick off your month. And the Hierophant is Taurus energy. So remember that these eclipses through this month are really benefiting you. Take advantage of all of this energy to the best of your ability. Okay, and seek some advice or guidance if you need to as well. The Hierophant can also show that you are overcoming a challenge, okay, by keeping the faith, by being connected with your higher self, okay, and by really embracing the change and the opportunities that are opening up all around you, right? You can move past any challenging energy, and you can look forward to the future. We do have 2 5s, okay, when we've got change, quick change. Here we've got the Hierophant and the 5 of Cups. 5 represents challenges and obstacles, but it also represents change. So we got a lot of change coming in here for you, Libra, okay, but this puts you in the driver's seat, okay? This really does put you back where you're meant to be. So keep the faith, all right? Be committed to your journey. And, I gotta say here that advice from Spirit, if you are getting a resolution, okay, with a past relationship there, whether it does or doesn't involve children, okay, the Tower, something may happen really fast. Page of Pentacles, you may have that settlement, okay, or an offer. The 5 of Cups here, your opportunity to release that energy and to move forward and to heal. And the Hierophant, maybe even something from a position of authority, but it can also be something from a marriage, right? So let's see what other blessings are headed your way. Blessings for Libra, please. Thank you. We have the 2 of Cups. Oh, we've got the 9 of Swords, and we have the 3 of Cups. Look at you. Oh, that's so beautiful. That is wonderful, wonderful energy for you guys, okay? I mean, 9 of Swords, maybe not, but anyways, but it is blessings, so it is very good news. Okay, the 2 of Cups. Okay, you're finding your balance. Beautiful. So first of all, you're finding your balance. You're getting into contact with your higher self here. You're restoring your own energy, and it's beautiful. Everything in alignment for you. Okay. Whew, nice, right? Oh man. Okay. But the 2 of Cups can also represent soulmate connections, new love, true love, connections of the heart, some things that make you feel happy, being in the right place at the right time. Okay. So certainly a wonderful energy there for you, benefiting you for your greatest and highest good. Remember that World card there? Nice. Okay. We also have the 9 of Swords, and, consider the 9 of Swords typically is not a blessing. However, we can look at it because the 9 of Swords can quite often represent your nighttime, okay, your dreams, okay, so your dreams may actually be coming to fruition, or your dreams could certainly be trying to tell you something, okay, but the 9 of Swords is also, anxiety, worry, fear, sleepless nights, all of this thing, and your blessing, okay, remember this is a blessing for you, all right, is a relief from that. Okay, restoration of balance, something that eases your mind, okay, something that relieves your anxiety, or something that you've been anxious about comes to a final conclusion, comes to a close. All right, that World energy there, and this restores balance and harmony, okay, in your world, and there's certainly a cause to celebrate here as well. The 3 of Cups can certainly show that there's some good news coming in. This gives you a cause for celebration, okay? Or you even have the opportunity there to get out and socialize, to mingle, okay? And you never know where you might have fun, okay? You might get invitations, right? This Knight of Swords over here could certainly be an invitation to go somewhere, okay? The World card, we already said, can be some travel or something, or just an invitation to get outside, okay? To get out and meet people. But the 3 of Cups shows a pretty damn good time, okay, and is having fun and enjoying life rather than being anxious and worried and afraid, okay, but your 3 of Cups is your social card, so, and it's one of friendship, so Interesting. So, somebody, not all of you, obviously, somebody out there has romantic feelings for a friend, someone in your social circle. Maybe they're not a close friend, okay, but certainly someone there is sparking your interest, and you're probably tossing and turning in the middle of the night thinking, should I pursue this? Should I not? Should I not? You might even be dreaming of them, and you could certainly have the opportunity here to maybe get them alone, okay, away from the rest of your social group, okay. But you could also be meeting a new person, possibly through social environment. Yes, it can be the internet, but it can also be through a friend. All right, maybe if a friend wants to set you up on a blind date or something, perhaps this could be causing this little conundrum over here. Blind dates, well, I mean, they have a bad rap anyway. Okay, blind dates, you never really know how they're going to go, even if it comes from a close friend, because it's like, especially if they're a single friend, and it's like, oh yeah, well, if this person's so perfect, how come you're not dating them? Okay, and because of course people, they're like, oh, this would be the perfect person, maybe for them, maybe not for you. All right, sometimes married friends are the worst ones to set people up with, but sometimes they're also the best. But anyways, so, but blind dates, they're blind, okay, just saying. Blind dates can be, well, let's just say they can be surprisingly wonderful, because you just never know, okay, or they can be absolutely horrific. However, hindsight, when you look back, maybe it's a funny story. You know what? We all got to get back in the field somewhere, right? We all got to get ourselves out there somewhere. So if it starts with a blind date and you have no expectations, then you're not going to be upset if it doesn't work out. At least you went out and had a good time. So take a chance. Get out of your comfort zone. Remember, big comfort zone message coming in here. So maybe that's the something new that you want to do, right? Page of Pentacles, your advice from Spirit. Try something new. So let's get your last messages here for you, Libra. Let's see what last messages are coming in for you guys. All right, so, oh, beautiful. We have mending coming in here. This time of healing, to mend yourself, to put your pieces back together so that you can move forward. Okay, something is being fixed or repaired. This could be something internally within you, or something in your outer world. Okay, this could be something that comes to a resolution. So it's a beautiful energy that is coming in there for you. But we also have Treasure Island. Beautiful. Okay, a lot of doors opening for you. Love is in the air, romance in the air. Okay, Treasure Island can certainly represent maybe a settlement that you've been waiting for. Okay, just saying. But the Treasure Island is number one. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to give, but there's also new connections coming in here that have a lot to offer. Treasure Island has to do with abundance, okay, and has to do with some really wonderful magical energy that's coming in here. So beautiful. So you got a lot of opportunities that are opening up, a lot of doors opening up. Treasure is yours. Number one, you are a treasure. But there's also a lot of wonderful treasure and opportunities to be had for you. So we're going to get your last couple of messages. These are Power of Surrender cards. Okay, so the messages are really quite powerful. All right, we have surrender, frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. Just saying, okay? And then last but not least, we have surrender, comparisons with other people. It's one of the worst things that we can do, right? Water everywhere, not a drop to drink. When we compare our own situation to everyone else's, oh man, it's not healthy, right? You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Focus on you. Be like that emperor. I'm going to leave that there for you, Libra. I hope there was something here that resonated with you in some way. If there was, please don't forget to hit the like button there on this video. Show my channel some love. Also, subscribe to my channel as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic May. Remember, embrace the change. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay, the energy may feel a little bit chaotic for you, and you may have some really wonderful surprises, but they could also throw you off kilter. So ground your energy, remember, okay, and go with the flow. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.